So I got called everything but a child of God when I made a video over a year ago about Halle Bailey and her man, ex, whatever. And everything that happened in that relationship is exactly what I said in that video. I was not being mean-spirited. I just saw the man for his works, not his words. I saw how he was moving. Now look at this. This says, is it me or is it just all a little odd? These Disney darlings all got pregnant out of nowhere and the fathers seem to be there for clout. All of them are so young and in my opinion deserve better. Before someone says they chose them, folks, people change and show their true colors in relationships. Don't be obtuse. This is what I'm talking about. As a woman, and especially becoming a mother, you have to give yourself better. Nobody can set the tone for what you accept and allow and the standards that you have except for yourself. Now, what's driving me crazy is all of those men, I don't even know their names at this point, but those men all show signs of exactly who they would be before the baby, during the baby baking, and after the baby came. And sitting up here and talking about how a woman deserves better after she's chosen a man that dismissed her feelings, that was chasing clout before the baby, is insane to me. And honestly, it's insulting to me. The only person that's going to make sure that you get better is you. The only person that's going to ensure that your child has, and of course, pause, before the people who don't want to accept any accountability get all mad. Yes, there are people, men and women, but there are men who switch up after they give you the representative. They give you the representative and then they go ahead and once they feel like they got you, then they'll show who they are. However, there are always signs. And I'm so sick of, I feel like women need to be protected. Absolutely. But women, you are responsible for protecting yourself primarily. I have learned the hard way that the only one who's going to come through for you is you. I have a wonderful man. I have a wonderful future, well, not future baby daddy, okay? I have a wonderful husband. But ultimately, at the end of the day, it is up to me of what I accept and tolerate and allow. And if this man hasn't been consistent with me like he has been for the 7 years, there wouldn't be a baby. But there is, because we have an agreement, because commitment is actually committing to the family, the principles, the responsibility, the honor, the loyalty. That if I tell you something and I'm not comfortable with something, you don't go ahead and do that like a lot of these men, of these women have shown. So let's stop sitting up here and pretending like women are powerless, like we just have no way to control and navigate our lives because these are children. And I don't know, Keke Palmer is from where I'm from, Harvey, Illinois. Harvey, Illinois was not a joke. It was not a joke, especially coming up in the 80s and the 90s. It was hard, and you saw a lot of things that should never have happened, especially to women. So the gag for me is, I'm not going to sit up here and treat you like some victim when you in your 30s like I am, baby. And you come from the same place I come from, baby. And you need to accept, and I'm not saying this about her, but I'm talking about women that identify with this victimhood and this narrative. You got to accept that you had the power to choose that man, and you did choose him. I'm so tired of women not protecting themselves and then falling in line with this fantasy. Every last one of them men showed exactly who they were. And we want to sit up here and pretend like, oh, people change. Oh, people, oh, don't be obtuse. People change. Get out of here with that. Girl, you are the one that's going to be responsible for protecting you. It is what it is. It is what it is. You are the one that's going to be responsible for protecting that child. The first protection of that child, the very first, is the man that you lay down with. Now, it may sound old school, but it is what it is. Because when these kids come, they got to pay for your decisions. And all this damn social media, blase, blase, blah, let's blame black men. No. You had fun with that man. He was exciting. Well, plan B should have been in your back pocket if you didn't want to keep him around forever. to